What is up, guys? We are back on the YouTube channel. It's been like a week and I'm back on my content game for you guys. Decided to take it outside today because I know this like boring atmosphere in my apartment is a little dull sometimes, even though I'd be using a ring light, but whatever. So today's topic, we are going to be talking about high reps and low reps, and mainly like the myths that people have behind these, the high and low rep scheme. So a lot of people feel like if you're doing high reps, it makes you leaner, and a lot of people feel like if you're doing low reps, it makes you more bulkier. So we all need to remember that nutrition is what determines whether or not you lose body fat, and nutrition is the key of all things and the king. So 95% nutrition, 99% training, so whatever, but nutrition dictates whether you lose weight. If you're eating too much food, you're not losing weight. I mean, that's obvious. If you aren't losing weight, you're eating too much and you're not in the calorie deficit you think you are. So a lot of people think that high reps is going to be more fat loss related. It's not true, because if you're eating too much still, it's not going to be fat loss. You're going to be seeing some results, but not those results you want to see if you're still eating too much. So high reps or low reps for fat loss. So I say both. I like to use different rep schemes within my training and within my clients' training programs. So what does that mean? So I like to say start off with lower reps with compound movements, and then gradually as it gets on to like isolation and activation exercises, it's more higher reps, say 12, 15, 20, whatever it may be. So for me, I use a variety of different rep ranges because it's not a rep. There's no perfect rep scheme for your goal. There's no perfect, like 15 reps is the best for building muscle, or 15 reps is the best for losing fat. It's not about that. It's about having on-point nutrition and on-point training. So whether that be you want to see a little results with like your strength, then obviously you want to be prioritizing your main lifts first, your compound movements that you want to get stronger at. You probably want to keep them lower reps, because if you're trying to get strong at something, it's hard to do a lot of reps. But that's where endurance comes in. That's why there's different rep schemes, such as 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 15, 20 reps, 25 reps, 30 reps. So anything above like 15 reps is more so endurance based, more so like power. Hypertrophy is basically between 12 and 15 and 10 and all such, and strength is usually below 10 or 8. Because if you're wanting to get strong at something, it's going to be hard to perform a lot of reps because you're getting strong at that movement, you're getting strong at that weight. So a lot of people confuse like low reps with making women generally bulky, and a lot of people say that doing pull-ups or doing deadlifts or doing back squats are like going to make you bulky, when in reality what's going to make you bulky is if you're eating way too much food than your body needs. And if you're not moving much throughout the day and you're just working out and you have a sedentary lifestyle, you don't really move that often, you have an office job, then you are going to gain weight because you're going to be in a huge surplus if you're eating way too much just because you think you want to gain muscle. Think of it this way, like you want to ease yourself into eating more, and you want to teach your body that this is okay, like this is what you're going to be eating, and gradually improve your metabolism, whereas it can handle more. And the more you can handle, the more you burn, because when your metabolism slows down, you begin to burn less when it adapts to lower calories. So when you teach it to eat more and to stay lean at the same time without gaining excessive amounts of body fat, then it will speed up and it will burn more. But that's why when you bring the calories down, gradually it gets slower, you burn less, you want to move less. It's only natural that the body is uncomfortable and it's in a vulnerable position. It doesn't really want to burn that much more. It thinks that you're starving it. We are, like a lot of us don't eat enough food, like as it is. And as females, you tell me you want to grow, you're my client, you want to grow, you inquire about training, you want to grow, but do you eat enough? Do you prioritize eating enough? Like, is it important to you that you want to be somewhere different this time next year than you are now? Because the same way it is for burning fat and losing weight and seeing the results in your waist, seeing the results in your thighs and whatever else, it comes with consistency and it comes with striving to be your greatest version of yourself. So if you really want to gain muscle and you want to grow and you've always been skinny like myself back in the past, I'll show an image here. Like, I used to be super skinny. I did eat, but just not as much as I do now, because I really do eat a lot. That's why I'm like a lot heavier right now. I love my food, I'm not going to deny it, and I've never been dishonest about what I eat. I'm always promote what I do. I'm not going to promote something that I don't believe in or that I don't personally do myself. And that goes with workouts, nutrition, supplements, detox teas. Like, I'm not going to promote something that I don't think works, because it's just way too hard in this generation to pay for things that don't actually help you become a better version of yourself and get you closer to your goals. Like, people are quick to spend $1,000 on some absolutely ridiculous, I don't know, fucking waist burner or 6-minute abs or some shit like this. But this is reality. Like, there's just way too many advertisements showing fit pros and really high up fitness influencers and people, but that's not the results they got from using that. That's the results they've got of years of hard work. So it's up to you to understand that. Like, that hasn't happened in a 6-week ab challenge, or putting this thing on your waist and it vibrates for a couple of minutes and you think you're going to burn fat from that. No, what you're going to burn fat from is taking fucking control of what you put in your mouth and how much you move daily. You need to move. So high reps or low reps for fat loss? Both. Especially if you want to retain the muscle that you have spent fucking months, years, time, hours, discipline to achieve that muscle. I mean, you work your ass off to achieve the muscle in the gym and to grow muscle in your glutes and your quads and your thighs. If you aren't doing the exact same sort of workouts and following like sort of lifting heavy the way you did to achieve that, then the muscles aren't going to be always there. You need to train the exact same way that you do to gain the muscle in order to lose fat, because it's just really comes down to burning calories then, and then you will burn muscle away too if you're not eating enough and if you aren't lifting heavy the way you did to gain the muscle in the first place, if that makes sense. So high reps and low reps both work. I love them both. Personally, I like higher reps better. I always thought in the mindset too of like lifting and lower reps make you bulkier and whatever. No, it makes you stronger, and it shows that you can work in different rep ranges for different movements, especially for compounds. Compounds are more of a lower rep range, and isolation and accessory work is more higher rep, because it doesn't require as much energy and as much strength and as much muscle groups going into one move. If you think about how many moves or how many muscle groups are used in, like, say, a pull-up or a bench press or a squat, like, there's multiple, whereas if you use an isolation exercise in like a bicep curl, it's only really biceps and a little bit of triceps if you do an extension at the bottom, but like, you know what I mean? So my advice, use both. Both are going to help you get to your goals, but the nutrition side of things is what people are slipping out on and wondering what they're doing wrong. And me myself, like, if your nutrition's not on point and you aren't controlling how much you eat and how much you move and your choices daily, then whose fault is it that you aren't where you want to be, really? Whose fault is it that I'm currently 15 pounds heavier than what I was before? Me, because I choose to eat like fucking dick. most of my time. So yeah, so that was just a little run through of high rep and low rep on my perspective and my opinion from my previous training and my training with my clients. If you are interested in training with me, you can get in contact with me on any of my social media or my email address, which I will link below in the information section. You can also work with me online, one-on-one, and in person in LA. So I will have an application form below for you guys too if you're interested in that. Do not forget to like and subscribe my channel. I'm really trying to grow this, guys, so the support means the world. Please let me know if you're liking the content and you're liking the weekly videos now. I'm trying to be consistent to help people, to give back to people who support me and who believe in me and who value me as a person and who value my service, and I really appreciate it. So don't forget to like and subscribe and follow my social media. I'll link it below, right here. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, follow me on Snapchat, follow me on Twitter, follow me on LinkedIn. I'm on all platforms, trying to really expand this. So I really appreciate it if you're still here and you're watching this with me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. So thank you, and I'll see you guys soon.